All right, folks, here we go on this Friday. This is the Business and Candidate Spotlight. I want to show you right now. And again, good morning, everybody. This is Friday morning. You see the signs. Cranston Citywide Council, Paul Stascavage. We are, look at, there's another sign. We are right here, right in the heartbeat of the city. And folks, here he is, the man himself. And he's running for, there's the sign. I love the signage behind you. Cranston Citywide Council, business owner for the people. And you've heard me talk about it. It's the one and only Paul Stascavage. Paul, first of all, you've got to be happy with the feedback you're getting so far with your first campaign.
Actually, John, yeah, I am. I walk the city. A lot of people are knowing who I am. First-time candidate. I think I'll be an asset for the city, business person for the people. And I've been self-employed since I was 19. And I just think I need to bring all this experience into the city. It's time that we have that. And I think I'll be a great asset for the city and for everybody that lives in this city.
What I like to say is you are not only a business owner in the city, you live in the city, you're a business owner in the city. What motivated you to jump in and say, you know what, I live in the city, I have a business in the city, now I'm going to run for office in the city of Cranston?
I just really care about the city. I've lived here pretty much my whole life. I just think that I could actually move the city forward with a lot of ideas that I have as well. And I'm definitely a fighter. I don't take no for an answer if I'm right. So I will be a good voice for the city. And that, like I've been telling people that are coming up to me, I said, if I don't deliver, I will resign my seat. That's how sure I am. And I don't think any other candidates would put that to their words. I don't deliver, I'll resign my seat.
One of the some feedback I hear from people is when I talk about Volare Motors, that's the billboard guy. Take us through your concept. I'm going to put billboards up around the city. It's had a huge impact on the campaign.
Yeah, I wanted to try something different. I believe politics are in a new level today. So that's why I said, what can I do? Because everybody always kept saying it's all about name recognition. And, you know, I have name recognition here with the Volvos, doing this for 25 years. Sales and service with Volvos. We have thousands of customers, repeat business. I sold a lot of people 8, 9 cars to their family. But they know me, Paul from Volare. So when I started the campaign, I said, I'm not doing no pitches. I'm just going to do my name. But then I thought about it. I said, a lot of people don't know my last name of Volare Motors. So I tagged my last name with my picture. You can see I have my dog Lexi, which everybody loves to death. She's a little cutie pie. And then my other sign, I have Brody on there, which is 15 years old. So I have both of my dogs. We're big dog people. That's our kids. So I attached the dogs to the advertisement. Then I said, I got to pull Volare Motors. Now all my customers are calling me up going, I didn't know that was you. So that's how it all came to play, basically. So I started the billboards. I said, I figure that's the best way to get name recognition. I know it's something different politically, but I think that that's the way to do it. And I'm pretty well known already with my run. I'm very happy with the feedback I'm getting out there.
Take us through, Paul. And again, folks, Paul Stascavage, Cranston Citywide Council, business owner, right here, Volare Motors. You have people that walk on. You're a business owner. You're right in the middle of the city. You have people that walk onto your lot, and, you know, they're approaching you. But what has it been like for you? What type of feedback are you getting going door to door?
When I go door to door, I've actually been talking to a lot of people. Democrats, Republicans, undecided people. And I just tell them what my vision is and what I'm for. I mean, basically, we need to work together in this city. You know, some people go, you're on the wrong side, you're on red, I can't vote for you. But by the time I'm done talking with them, they go, I'm going to consider you, actually, if I decide to go with one Republican. I have no political agenda here. I'm really here for this city, and that's no lie. You know what I mean? Win or lose, I put my best effort into it. And I have the utmost respect from the fire guys and the police union. I mean, they're just great guys. I mean, a lot of them didn't know me beginning in the run, and I got a lot of respect, and I appreciate our first responders in the city big time. I do.
How much, I mean, Cranston is a different type of city because you have the western part, seems like just an ideal suburban community. but then you go to different parts of the city, and the city can, at times, deal with crime. How much is law and order are you finding when you go to a door, and how much of a priority is it for you?
Well, how I feel about the law and order in this city, and I really mean this with all my heart, I think we have the best police department in the state of Rhode Island. That's just hands down. We have a problem, we're on it right away. We have guys that just really do their job well. We hired more people for the police department, which is great. Me personally, if I get my seat, hopefully we can get it in the budget, and I can try to get the city to pass more guys. I believe we need at least another 12. We need more police presence in the city. We grew the population a lot, and we haven't done a lot of hires in the past. So the new academy is a great help. Me personally, and I've been talking to the police union, we need more police as well. But I think we're doing a great job in the city.
Now, you've gotten a lot of support. Do you want to just touch on some of the people that are supporting you in this campaign, Paul?
Yes, I want to say a shout out to the police department. A lot of, I've known a few of them because I've lived in the city my whole life, but I've really got to know a lot of guys. The K-9 guys are great. I'm, still sorry about the loss of their 2 K-9s. I became great friends with the 2 of them. I get a lot of support with the police. They wave, they drive by, they wave, they go, "We got you in your campaign, we need you in the city." And I have their back too, and that's really no BS. That's on my life, that's the truth. Fire guys, exceptional. The fire union, I met all these guys, have been supporting my campaign, helping with lit drop. They come by here periodically, see how it's going. They're another great bunch of guys. They did a fantastic job with the fire at
Applebee's.
Fantastic. It really was, because if they didn't do it the way they did it, we would have lost the whole plaza.
Yes.
And I have to, give them the credit they deserve. They worked hard. They saved that whole rest of that building, which was incredible. These are the type of first responders and police we have in the city, and that's what makes the city great. I'm law and order, and I'm first responder all the way in this campaign. With or without this campaign, I'll just always be that person.
Cranston is a very desirable city. A lot of people want to move in. How is it being a business owner in the city, and what approach? I think you would have certain insight as to, it's not just being a business person, it's a business owner in the city of Cranston.
Business this year is very tough. We lost a lot of businesses in Cranston. Is it due to the Cranston politics or City Hall? Absolutely not. I've been self-employed since I was 19. I've had a lot of rental property. I had nightclubs, my car business. So, I have a lot of diversity jobs that I've had. I've mastered everything I've ever done. Never had any experience with any of it. I've done rather well. I'm a fast learner, and I can take on any challenges. But getting back to business in the city, we're in a tough situation right now. But it's nationally. It's not just Cranston. I deal with a lot of people, and we're just all struggling right now. The election people are nervous with. The inflation costs are killing everybody. People don't have the money today. Food costs are through the roof. And, that's a national level, and hopefully it's going to turn around. But if I do get my seat, this is one thing I am going to do in this city. It's going to be a challenge, and I'm going to put my name to it. Within my first term of 2 years, I'm going to hit every business owner in this city. And I'm going to try to do 2 or 3 a day, and I am going to put them on social media. Thank you for your years in the city. What they do, just a quick shout out, because we forget who's in this city. We have laundromats here that we forget about. We have bakeries we forgot about. And even me living in Western Cranston, there's a lot of businesses here. And I think that shout out is going to help business here and there, that we might say, let's not go to Providence, we'll support the bakery in Cranston that we forgot about. So that's why I want to try to reach out to every business. Because I'm a business guy too, and I get it. We need the help. So every little bit's going to help, and I am going to do that. I get my seat on my personal time.
Now, I see you, you're not alone out on the campaign trail going door to door. Do you want to give a shout out to some of the people that have been backing you and supporting you?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to everybody. Everybody's doing their run, so obviously it's very tough right now. It's the finish line. The Republican Party's all working hard like myself. The mayor's doing a great job. I do believe he's going to prevail again, which he deserves to prevail again. I think he's very great for our city. He's done a great job, and I would love to be working with him when I win my seat.
It says a lot that Cranston has actually surpassed Warwick as far as population. What could Cranston maybe do to just help some of the businesses citywide? For instance, are there maybe some things to be explored that the city could do to be more business friendly, more than some of the surrounding communities?
Well, that's a tough question there, and I really didn't think about on that level about surrounding areas. But I do believe that we're doing a good job in this city. It's just the economy's tough. I know businesses in Providence. I know people in Warwick. They're hitting it tough everywhere. I just do believe that just people are shortchanged right now. And I do believe that the national level politics is scaring people on letting some money spend right now.
Something that I find, Paul, is with crime in Providence, people are discovering Ralph Street, Ralph Square, Garden City, obviously, Chapel View. Cranston just seems to be a thriving city. No city has more festivals. The city just seems to offer all different qualities of life and safe.
I agree. We're doing a lot of good things in Cranston compared to years ago. I mean, that all starts with, obviously, City Hall. I think the mayor started a lot of good things. I got to say that Paul McCulley, Anthony Moretti, great guys. They're doing a great job in the city as well. They don't get enough credit out in the street, but they do a lot of work behind the scenes, and I have a lot of full respect for those two gentlemen. I really do.
What do you want to say to some of the undecided voters? This is your first time running. People are seeing you for the first time. Close the deal. Thread the needle. What do they need to hear that's going to motivate them and realize that on election day, or if a lot of people are voting early, Paul Stascavage, Cranston Citywide Council?
Well, I can tell you this. A lot of people know me, and I've had great fundraisers. I've raised the second most money in the party. I have a lot of support with people that I've known for 40 years that came out. So those people know what I'm all about. I think I've done really well for a first-time run candidate. My name's out there heavy. I'm still surviving in business. It's a tough time. I've had 43 apartments in Central Falls. I cleaned up drugs. I've won against that. I had a tough time doing that, but I prevailed with that as well. I've had nightclubs. I've had a lot of people work for me. I know what we need out in the streets. I've been a street guy my whole life with business, and I know I can fix some of these small issues. I know for a fact. And like I said, I'm so sure that nobody's going to make the wrong decision with me, that if I don't do what I think I can do and make people happy, and somebody calls me out in a year and a half and says I get a lot of people say that I'm not doing anything, I'll be more than happy to resign my seat and let somebody else step in. That's how sure I am. And I've never heard politicians ever say that. But I'm not going to be a politician. Even if I win, I'm going to be a businessman for the city. I'm not a politician.
Your billboards are all over. Some of the feedback I get, Paul, is you have a well-rounded experience. You don't just talk the talk. You live in the city. You have a business in the city. You're vested in the city. And you have different experience that you could relate to all different types of people in the city.
Yes, I do, because, when I grew up as a child, my younger years, we always lived in a tenement house. Grew up on Pendleton Street, then moved up to Laurel Hill. Then I started, hustling, shining shoes as a kid. That's what basically started me being self-employed. Then I started buying some cars here and there. Then basically it just branched off to being self-employed. So I've been on the other side, and then I've been on the good side. So I can relate to everybody. I really can. I mean, I've had a lot of apartments. I've had over 200 people I dealt with in Central Falls. I was well respected out there for 12 years, whatever that I had. And I get the whole thing. I do. Like, nobody with money versus no money has any edge over anybody. Everybody is treated equally. And if you have a good, valid point that you bring to city council, and it's a good point, I'm going to fight for it. That's the reason why I'm doing it. There's no other reasons why I'd be doing this. It's a lot of work for $6,000 a year. People think it's a big paying job. It's not. You know what I
You
mean?
got a lot of people behind you. I know Mayor Hopkins speaks very highly of you, other leaders in the city. What's the best way people can learn more about the campaign?
Basically, just talk to people. A lot of people know who I am and see who this is the real me. There's no two sides to me here at all.
But you also have a Facebook page.
I do. It's Paul S. number 4 Cranston. That's for Facebook, Instagram, the Cranston Herald. I got an ad in there. The Herald did a story in the beginning that you can pull up online and to get a little more about me. And like I said, all my customers, I sold probably 7,000 Volvos in my career. I have a lot of repeat business. The car business is a tough business, and we have a lot of people that come back and buy 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. So, I mean, I got a great reputation right there. So, you know, if you can do that in this business, I mean, you can pretty much do anything. And I know I can help this city in a positive way, without a doubt. I can tell you that for a fact.
We have this weekend.
Yes.
We have Halloween, next weekend, then the election. Where's the home stretch for your campaign? Where can people see you out and about over the next? I mean, we're getting down to the final 10 days.
I'm going to be I walk an hour a day after work through Ward 3 till dark. Then the weekend I'm probably going to be back in Ward 5, and then I'm going to be back to Ward 2. So I'll be in the inner part of the city walking around. They'll see my truck with the billboards like it's been at Pastori Center. Basically, you see the truck, that's where I'm going to be at.
How do people respond when they see the truck and see you out there? I think the billboards are having an effect.
You know, it's so funny. I had a feeling this might be a good way to run my political agenda here to get in. And it's just so funny that I'm getting way more response than I thought. I knew they were going to work, but honestly, I had one lady. It's so funny. I was walking on down off of Pontiac Avenue. I ring the bell. The lady comes up. She goes, "Oh my God, you're the guy on the billboard." She goes, "I'm so glad you came to my house. I've been wanting to meet you. I see you every day in Ralph Square." You know what I mean? So it's like people are really acknowledging it, and people are liking what I'm about when they ask around about me.
They're 24/7. They're lit up. The billboards are the way to go. I think you're breaking through here in Cranston.
I actually think after this run, I think I changed politics on the new way of running. I do. But we're going to find out what happens on November 5th.
I'm all about good government. Full endorsement. Anything I can do. Obviously, huge popularity in Cranston. I'm telling everyone to vote for you. Cranston deserves you. I think you're going to be very successful coming up on election.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's going to be great. And like I said, we have a lot of good candidates. Everybody can't win, obviously. There's 9 seats total. And we're just going to see how it works. But, you know, I'm going to say this too. I do believe I'm going to prevail. But let's just say I don't. I really want to thank the police and fire. I really do. I had so much support with them. And the way they treat me and just the respect I'm getting with both sides, that's a win right there, I'll tell you. I'm very, very happy with that.
Paul, keep up the great work. Good luck on Election Day.
Thank you. Appreciate it, John.
All right, folks, there we go, our campaign spotlight.